You'll have to pardon me. I'm a little ticked. NASCAR, ESPN, Saturday, California Speedway. Maybe somebody should tell these people this is the biggest market that NASCAR plays in. Los Angeles, the second biggest market in the United States, one of the biggest markets in the world. And what they did here Saturday with a nationwide race was inexcusable. A 10 p.m. East Coast starting time is just wrong. It's a family sport. Things over at midnight plus. That's not very good. If TV were making the call, shame on them. They deserve the ratings they get. If NASCAR is making the call on the starting time, they need to sit down and think things out again. Los Angeles, NASCAR seems to be doing its best to kill off this market in the NASCAR world. We've got a race today, the Pepsi 500. I hope things go a lot better. Saturday's nationwide race, if I were the boss of Nationwide, I'd be calling up Brian France and Mike Hilton and Lisa France Kennedy and Jim France and saying, what in the world are you doing? I'm paying good money for this. 10 p.m. East Coast starting time. Not only that, ESPN2 was supposed to carry it. They're supposed to be carrying these things. No, they had too much college football. So they shuffled it off to ESPN Classic. If you got that, you could see the start of the race. And then they shuffled it back to ESPN2. That is just bad business. I'm sorry, that's bad business. NASCAR shouldn't let it happen. ESPN shouldn't let it happen. If ESPN wants to do NASCAR racing, do NASCAR racing. If ESPN wants to do college football, do college football. That was a disservice to NASCAR fans, to Nationwide fans, to fans on the East Coast, and to fans in the Los Angeles market, which I presume NASCAR is interested in pumping up. No wonder nobody comes to these races out here. Another thing, this track, California Speedway, a copy of Michigan Speedway, and I saw some great races in Michigan, 4 wide, when speeds were about 20 miles an hour slower. NASCAR has managed to mess up this racetrack so that the races are really boring because they're going into the first turn and the third turn at 210 miles an hour. They don't want to get side by side. They want to keep from wrecking. Slow these cars down. Make this a better race. These guys just don't seem to get it sometimes. Maybe they're too busy trying to line up all those dates in New York City for the rock star atmosphere of the championship chase that comes up in a couple of weeks. They're going to the Hard Rock Cafe, New York City. Whoop-de-doo. This is Los Angeles. Let's sell NASCAR in Los Angeles before we start dealing in New York City, which I don't even want to get into right now, which is another disaster that NASCAR has not managed to solve. Have I ran it enough? I don't know. Sunday morning, the Pepsi 500. And I'm sorry, I just get a little irritated because I love this sport. And you love this sport, or else you wouldn't be watching this silly video. You wouldn't be trying to find out what's going on out here. NASCAR needs to sit down and think things out. Gillian Zucker's doing a heck of a job promoting Los Angeles. She's gone down to San Diego. She's got Jimmy Johnson out here. They're doing a bang-up job. You walk around the racetrack, they got a lot of things happening. NASCAR, the France family, Jim France, Lisa France Kennedy, the people that own this racetrack, NASCAR officials that run this racetrack and put on the show, they need to rethink the way that they give NASCAR fans a show. They need to give them a better show. They need to give them it at the right time. They need to make sure if somebody wants to tune in North Carolina or Virginia or Florida, they know what channel it's going to be on, what time it's going to be on, and give them a good show to watch. We'll see if they do a better job today, Sunday. California Auto Club Speedway, that's another thing. Why can't you give me a name for this track? Auto Club Speedway, Auto Club, AAA, whatever. Might be big on the West Coast. Nobody east of the Mississippi knows what you're talking about. This is California Speedway. Give me a good name. California Speedway, Sunday morning, the Pepsi 500. Mike Mulhern for the Winston-Salem Journal and JournalNow.com. Let's see if NASCAR and ESPN can get it right today.